What is good, my people, my peeps? Well, here's another one, a late night chronicle, a late night chit chat. Yeah, I shall title this The Honey Pot Chronicles, I guess. Sounds fitting to me that I should title it The Honey Pot Chronicles, since being a chosen one, a TI, we go through the rigmarole of trying to figure out who is a honeypot and who is not. Young man, old man, hell, no man. Or you can flip it if you're a man. Young woman, old woman, no woman. You feel me? Well, here we go. Let's just get into the story. Nikki Nicole, get into the story. How about it? Well, I'm just out here living my life, trying to, ignore, because that's what we have to do as targeted individuals, as chosen ones. We have to live our lives, continue to live your life, and ignore to the best of your ability. I must say, to the best of your ability, ignore the campaigns that go on in our lives, right? I know it's hard because we know the bullshit for what it is, right? Let's just be real with it. But we have to keep on moving. Don't stop. That's the song I was listening to. I wanted to play it, but hell, I'll probably get hit with a copyright strike. Some of you youngsters don't know that song. Keep on moving, Don't stop, fight the hands of time. Party people. Yeah. Soul to soul. This life, this training camp, I must call it, that we're in is interesting. But anyway, let me just get to the title of the subject for tonight. Honeypot Chronicles is what I shall call it, because I'm going to keep on moving with life, right? So let's deep dive into the conversation. I'm in the store. I'm minding my business, because that's what we do. We're in and out. Whatever store we go into, we're in and we're out. We get what we get, and we're out of there. I ain't got time for no conversation. I ain't got time for nada, nothing. Underlay. Make it quick, right? So, go into a store, get what I need to get for that night, because we don't stock our refrigerator, freezers, or whatever. You just get what you get, right? And so, I'm in line. But there's a gentleman in front of me. And, well, you know where I live here in the hot state of Texas, where we just almost got flooded out last week and then today, but that's a whole different live stream. Um, this gentleman in front of me, he has some meat and some other things in his, possession, getting ready to pay for. And so, if you're blind, and I can only say this, if you're blind, or you act like you're blind and you don't see people who are peeping you out, right? Then you just want to play ignorant. I see him peeping me out. You know, I have no words. I'm trying to get in and get out of this store and get on to the house and relax. And so I know that he's barbecuing and he's running into the store, because I can smell the aroma of the barbecue coming off of him. And I can see that he's putting some chicken legs on the counter and whatever else he's getting to finish whatever he's run short of at this barbecue that he's possibly having. Most likely he's having, because I can smell the barbecue. And it makes me think in my mind, damn, I want some barbecue. Anyway, let me keep it moving. So I'm in line. He's in front of me. The cashier, she's talking to him, but I don't know why her eyeballs are on me. Anyway, I look at her, nod my head, smile, keep it moving, paying for my items. I'm out the store, going to the car, getting ready to proceed home, James. You know, I peep my environment everywhere I go, even if it doesn't look like I am. I'm peeping my environment. I see this SUV. Driving up, pulling around. I continue to walk, get in my car. By the time I get in my car, the SUV is beside my driver's side window, rolling their window down. It's the gentleman that was in the store. hmm I proceed to roll my window down, and yes, I asked. He said, "Did you think that you were going to get away that easily?" His comment actually made me laugh. Yeah, because most people, they have some busted ass comments, I guess you can call them not comments, but pickup lines, right? So, did you think you can get away that easily, is what he said. And that sparked a conversation. So we continued to talk. I don't know if this is a perp. I don't want to continue to always think everyone is a perp. But as a chosen one, as a target individual, we must always be on alert, right? We must be on alert, even though we don't know if it's a perp or not. So, just for happenstance, chalk it up to possibly being a perp. Anyway, let's keep the story moving. So he was like, "Well, I noticed you in the store, yada, 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 small talk, small talk. Do you think we can talk sometime?" Uh, well, sure. Yeah, I'm not going to isolate and keep myself going stir crazy, basically, because I'm putting into my head everyone is a perp, right? Okay. But I don't move too fast. Young Man, Old Man, No Man is the title of this video. Yeah, Honeypot Chronicles. Text, talk. Don't move too fast, you all out here in these streets, especially if you're a targeted individual, if you're a chosen one, and you're getting to know people. I just want to just bring to you my experiences moving forward in life, not being a prisoner to the campaign, because that's what they want you to be, a prisoner to the campaign. We have to realize that we got to get back out here in life and use our discernment. Don't become a prisoner, right? Okay. So I move very slow when it comes to meeting people. But the interesting thing, and for me, why I titled this Young Man, Old Man, No Man, is because at this present time in life, what I find so very interesting is young men constantly try to holler at a sister. hmm And for me to try to deter them away from me, because I see their youth on their face and in their conversation. And they ask, well, how old are you? And I bluntly tell them how old I am. And they pause for the cause. They pause for the cause, you see. Yeah, it takes them aback for a minute. But it's so funny that they say, I like dating older women. Oh, really? I'm not here to be anyone's sugar mama. I'm not here to take care of anyone. I bluntly tell them. Yet and still, no, 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 no. You see, I've always in my life liked older women. Oh, okay. But I let those conversations pass, right? I like older women. This is what I keep getting. Young man, old man, no man, right? But I get bombarded with older men. Well, hello. How are you doing? Young still. I thank you for showing love tonight. I constantly get bombarded with young men at my age. It boggles my mind, but hey, I can't call it, right? But when an older man comes, I think, okay, well, hey, this might be legit. I don't know what the Most High wants to bring into my life. Is it a young man and I'm fighting that off because I'm older? Or is it an older man, someone more appropriate to my age? It's just it's so many hurdles when it comes to us continuing to date or go out and live our lives like we are supposed to. You're not here on this earth to just not enjoy the experience that you were brought here to enjoy and go through, because the every day is not supposed to be a day of distress. You understand? You're supposed to have joy, pump it up, and pain, pump it up, sunshine and rain. You understand? The experience of life. What did you say? Just got done writing a track now, researching time. That's what's up. Yeah, a lot of perks, but just keep doing you. Yeah, we just, we gotta, we're here to experience this life experience as people in human, well, we're light beings, we're spirit experiencing a human experience, right? Young man, old man, no man. So the young men, yeah, they holler. And I just kind of laugh it off, but I don't know if I should be laughing them off just because they're younger. Maybe that's my insecurity for being older, you see. But anyway, let me keep it pushing. This live is not here for me to burn your ears off and keep it long. The older man in the store, approximately about my age. You see, I've been affiliated with military basically all of my life. I've been a military brat, yada, yada, yada. You've heard my story if you've followed me. Let me tell you the hustle. Let me tell you the game. If you are a TI woman, and this might apply to TI men as well, because this game, my goodness, I could tell you stories of how often this game was tried to run on me when I was coming up, and how I caught on to the game of men saying, "Yeah, I got a female cousin in town," or "I got sisters," or when they get older, some men say, "Yeah, I got daughters," and they may have. But let me peep you on to the hustle. You see, the hustle is sometimes men will say, "Oh yeah," as they're talking to you on the phone. "Oh, my daughter's calling me on the other line," or my daughter just walked in. I need to talk to her really quick. Or my daughter, or my cousin, my female cousin, or my, you feel me? Are you following? They're trying to talk to me. They're trying to call me. Wait a minute. Especially if you're in a relationship with that person and you're talking to your girlfriend, but your cousin is calling and it's so urgent that you have to get off the phone. Guys, girls, sometimes that's the hustle. Sometimes that's the game being run. I'm not saying it's all the time, but that's one of the games that's ran. Because that guy or that girl, that husband or that cousin or that sister could just be the other woman, you see. So you have to pay attention to these type of things, right? So that's something along the lines that happened while I was talking to this older gentleman, and I'm like, I'm familiar with the military, and I understand about how military insurance is handled. And nowadays, especially in 2022, you can use military insurance wherever you go. And most people, if they're getting to know someone, it's not an urgency to get out the phone and talk to their daughter or especially their grown children. You see, because I have grown children, and no, if they come down to visit, half the time your grown children are in and out. They're not sitting down just wanting to have just a whole full hour, 2 hours of conversation, because you've conversated with them, you know, wherever they live, here and there, off and on. They come to visit. They're out the door. They come to see their friends. They didn't come to see you. It's a hustle. It's a game. You see. Be wise to this. This will help you understand navigating back into this system if you're dating, if you're like me, going through these honeypot chronicles, as I call them. Um, and depending on where you're at in life, you may be at a particular age like myself. So it might be young men, old men, or maybe it just might be no man or no woman, young woman, old woman, no woman. Because there's so many games that they play, right? In life. The Honeypot Chronicles. You see, for me, and this is just a tip that I have for you all as chosen ones, as TIs out here dating. If you choose, because let me tell you something, your time is like gold. Understand that. And if you understand that, your time is so precious. Yeah, so very precious. It's gold, baby. You don't just give it away to any and everybody, right? So if you're out here and you choose to be on the dating scene, you might run into the woman in the red dress or the, let's say, man in the red suit, taking that from the matrix, the distractions. You have to understand how to navigate this world. Because you see, the thing is, we were not coming here to experience life alone, right? No, that's the plan of Satan. That's the plan of the devil, to keep you isolated, to keep you separated. So no, no, no. That is not what you're here to do. You are here to experience life and get life lessons and to navigate and overcome situations, relationships, whether it be good, whether it be positive or negative. You're not to be hiding away, okay? The thing about it is, you have to start putting into your arsenal after coming out of this traumatizing awakening of what you're really in, the simulation that you're really taking part of. You have to put into your arsenal how to navigate the system, not to play games. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to tell you how to be a hustler, baby. I just want you to know, nah, that's not what I'm telling you to do. I am simply trying to give you guidance as I come through this awakening along with you, and being here, walking, being blessed, you see, to be on this planet, in this realm, as long as I have been here. Because that is a blessing. Because that has given me more time to understand the games, more time to understand and recognize how to utilize the knowledge that I've gained while I've walked this plane. And now that I have been awakened by the Most High God, some of you feel like you've been shooken awake by the system. Nevertheless, we all are awake now. I'm just simply saying, you don't have to be alone. You don't have to isolate yourself from people, from social situations. You just have to understand how to react and read the room, read people, discern the spirits. It takes time. You see, when getting to know people, never just rush right into relationships. Take baby steps. And when people, male, female, and I'm particularly talking about getting to know someone in a relationship standpoint, if you understand what I mean, that really takes time. That takes time. So if someone is rushing you, in the world nowadays, they call it love bombing you with, oh, I want to cook for you. come over. I want to take you out. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this for you so fast. It might seem so very flattering. I want to fly you in. I want to fly you out. I want to pump the brakes on all of that. There's nothing wrong with taking your time. Whether you're young, old, it doesn't matter. There's nothing wrong with taking your time because you have to remember time is precious. And you don't want to give your time to someone, especially someone that has the serpent seed. And see, if they have the serpent seed, they're just here to kill, steal, and destroy. And destroying you can definitely be burning up your tongue. Ah, let's talk about it. This will send me a rich honey pot. I love it. Okay. So, and trust me, there's some rich honey pots out there, but like I was saying, we want to take our time to navigate, not isolate. And let me tell you, there's nothing wrong with isolation because sometimes you need to, especially if you come out of a relationship dealing with anyone who possessed the serpent seed, someone who was a narcissist, someone who truly showed you what evil was. Oh my goodness. Well, sometimes it's time to breathe, pause, slow down. Yeah. Sometimes you need that time to go into the cave, to the wilderness. But when you reemerge, refreshed and renewed, take your time and keep on moving. And I want to really bring that message to younger TIs, younger chosen ones, because you have so much life to live. You see. So I hope to encourage you to ask for your soul to be renewed. Break old soul ties, old relationships that took you through things that were devastating in your life. You will need to break those soul ties, whether you believe in the Most High or not. Being connected to negative, demonic energy will not help you to renew your soul, renew your spirit. Break those. That's when you go into the wilderness. That's when you go into the cave to renew. That's when you go into isolation to become whole again. That's when you don't deal with sexual soul ties of new people trying to end pain from older relationships. You stop any and all soul ties and you go into isolation. You go into the renewing of your body, mind, and soul, and you cut those soul ties before you reemerge back into the assimilation. Otherwise, you will continue to be on that hamster wheel and you will continue to fall down. Young man, old man, no man. Young woman, old woman, no woman, whatever your preference. I say, once you come out of the wilderness, renewed and refreshed, and your soul has been healed, keep on moving. Don't stop, fight the hands of time. Don't become a hermit, my people, my peeps. That is not what we're here to do. We are definitely here to enjoy the experience of this school, the simulation that you are in, the ups and the downs, and then to see how you come out of it in the end. And definitely, you want to be on top of your game when the roll is called in the upper room. In the upper room, you want to be on top of the game. There was a TikTok I heard, and I want to tell you before I get off here about Steve Jobs. Y'all know who Steve was. He was Microsoft's, I don't want to get it wrong. Steve, billionaire, billionaire, billionaire. You know, Steve died at 55. And you see, some of you youngsters out there might think 55, well, gosh, that's old. Until one day you're sitting on your bed and you're 32 and you wonder to yourself, well, damn, I was just 21. How did I become 32 so fast? And then one day you're in the store and it hits you and you're 50. And you're like, well, gosh, time sure is flying. You feel me? But people who possess a spirit that is ageless, those are the people who wonder to themselves, well, dang, inside I feel so young and energized, but time has flew by, and these timelines that we know here in this realm, in this simulation, well, they tell me that I'm of a certain age, but my spirit is timeless. You see, it doesn't matter. We have a cap here, a cap that was put on age, put on time. And Steve Jobs, well, you see, billionaire, he realized at the end of his life at 55, dying from pancreas cancer, laying on his deathbed, he said, well, it doesn't matter how much money I have. What mattered here was time. That is the most precious thing that we have here while we are in this realm, is time. It doesn't matter that I was a billionaire. These are his words. It doesn't matter that I'm a billionaire, because you see, I can't pay anyone to come lay down and die for me. I must die. It doesn't matter that I am a billionaire and can pay for the most expensive watch. The most expensive car you see, the cheapest car and the most expensive car, they get you from point A to point B. It doesn't matter that I am a billionaire. It doesn't matter that I can afford the most expensive and luxurious foods. Because if I didn't eat and take in the food for health and for as my medicine, well, I will be taking medicine as my food now that I do. Laying here at 55 on my deathbed, this is his words. What is precious is time and realizing how to spend that time. Chosen ones, TIs, it doesn't matter if you have billions of dollars in the bank or if you have 1 cent. It's the joy, the time, and how you spend it is what matters. Continue to go out here and live your life. Experience this matrix, this school that we're in, because whether you want to admit it or not, you chose to come down here as well. And sometimes I sit and I wonder to myself, I must have been a mighty, mighty soul up in heaven to look down and say, yeah, I can go down there and do that. Looking down on earth. Oh, yeah, that's nothing, Father. I got this in the bag. That's going to be an easy experience. Well, I say to you all before I exit, we might have looked down and thought we had this in the bag. This experience was so easy. And obviously, the ones who have awoken, the TIs that are going through this, well, it is easy because you are the strongest ones, because you're still here. And the Father won't put anything on you that you can't bear. We have to remember that even Jesus, Yahweh Shai, cried out in the Garden of Gethsemane. He was scared to face death, but he came down here to save you and I. And he knew he had it in the bag. So you got it. You got this in the bag. So experience life. Renew your soul. Come out of the caves and come out of the wilderness renewed and whole. And much, much love.